Well, hello there, pipe pals. How you all doing? Now this is interesting. I'm starting the video. If you're seeing the video with nothing happening, that's because I'm over here. So if you pan over to your right, pan over to your right, you might see me. I'm over here. Okay. And now you can follow me on YouTube. Actually, you can follow me on this camera. Yeah, I am back again with another 360 video, and I thought I would try this out because I took the camera out on the road just yesterday. This is the old mount that I used. I'm not very happy with these suction mounts, anyway, my truck doesn't have a smooth dashboard or a flat one. It has curves and there's textured surfaces. So at least at this point, these things are useless. However, they do stick to the mirror on the window quite well for a period of time, but then they loosen up, especially in the hot summer days. So what I did was I was going to make a little quasi pipe video, and I'm not trying to smoke in my truck. And of course, I'm not in my truck. You can see I'm here in my little Caledonian room, as the gentleman, the scholar, refers to it. And so anyway, I was going to at least have a pipe, even though I wasn't going to smoke it in my new truck. I was just going to have the pipe. I was going to tell you about a guy named Hirsch. And so I'll tell you a little bit about Hirsch real quick, because I don't think I actually got around to talking about it in the other video, which I'll upload a little bit later. I'm also uploading a little fun video I had on my vacation with a friend of mine. We're playing a chess game, so hopefully, I think I'm trying to upload that now. Anyway, so a guy named Hirsch used to work at Catholic Television, and he, rather interesting fellow, nice guy, heck of a nice guy. Anyway, Hirsch was interesting because it was in the year, it's still, of course, now in the world, it's no smoking in the world now. But this goes back to the 80s, and of course that whole movement started back in the 80s, and it was very, very strong, as it is today. Anyway, Hirsch would always have a cigar. And the first time I kind of, was a little bit surprised, because he would come in, the cigar would be in his pocket, and he'd pull it out, and he'd put it in his mouth. And I think the first time I said, I don't think you can smoke in here. And he's sitting there, and then he just clenched it in his teeth, and he just kept talking to me. He goes, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And so I kept waiting for him. I was kind of nervous, because he has a cigar in his mouth, and he's talking to me. I have no problems with people talking to me like that, but I'm just thinking he's going to light this thing up, and he's going to get in trouble, and he's going to probably catch holy heck for it. So he kept talking to me, and all the while he had the cigar in his mouth. Then we stopped the conversation, and I kind of looked at him like, okay, Hirsch, have a good day. And he turns and he walks back into the office with the cigar still in his mouth. So that was my first introduction to Hirsch. And then I noticed that every time I talked to him, 9 times out of 10, he'd have this cigar in his mouth in this no smoking office. And one day it kind of dawned on me. I said, he kind of looked at me. He goes, "You're wondering about the cigar, I can tell." And I said, "Well, yeah. There's no smoking in here." And he goes, "I know there's no smoking. Do you see me smoking this cigar?" And I said, "Well, no, but it looks like obviously you're going to light it up sometime." He goes, "Nope. I just like cigars, and I chew on them. And that's all I do. I just chew on. That's how I get my nicotine fix, and that's..." And he never, to this day, I never ever saw him smoke those cigars, but he would chew on them all day long. And, I thought it was an interesting thing. I don't think he was doing it to be contrary on purpose, but I think he found what we would call in today's society a workaround. He probably found that for him, he could push that envelope by chewing on a cigar in a non-smoking environment. And I just thought that was interesting. And nobody ever gave him, I think a few people tried to say, hey, you can't smoke in here. And he just kind of put that big grin with the cigar in his teeth. He goes, ain't smoking it. And I just thought that was cool. So I was going to do a pipe video a la Hirsch in my truck yesterday. Even though I wasn't actually going to be smoking the pipe, I was going to have the pipe in my, I was going to be just talking like this. But anyway, so I digress. So anyway, I am, this is my last few hours of freedom, and then I go back to work, go back to Holy Smoking Pipe Padre life tomorrow. I've been on vacation for the last week. And I'm not going to make a really long video because I actually did make a kind of a longish video, and I'll see if I can stitch it together and upload it on YouTube. But it is a 360 video. I had one person comment saying, hey, I want to see a long 360 video. Well, be careful what you wish for because you may get it. And again, I think it's kind of cool because I can stand up, and if you want to, you can actually follow me around, I think. You can actually follow me walking around in my room over here. I'm going to have to rewind my clock over here. But yeah, here I am in the old Caledonia room. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today in the neighborhood, neighbors. And so anyway, by the way, I am smoking. And again, I'm kind of super happy about this. This is a tin of Escudo. Does anybody remember Fideli Fool, the young woman who used to also do pipe videos? Very, very fascinating personality. Very poetic, and I think she even did skateboard videos at one time. Anyway, I think if I remember correctly, this is 5 years ago. Anyway, had some very intriguing videos. Just a very captivating person. I think she played guitar. Anyway, what I like about some of these people is they have different interests that they share. So she would have these really interesting philosophical discussions. Would really kind of like, wow, that's pretty intense. That's pretty deep. So anyway, but she used to smoke Escudo. At least on some of her videos, the ones I saw in the very beginning, she would talk about Escudo. So I remember getting a can of this, and to be honest, I was impressed with it back then. Got my, that's not good. I think the gasket in my, well, maybe not. Thought the gasket in my Dunhill was leaking. Maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyway, the Escudo is a ring tobacco, or maybe what they call bullseye. Anyway, these little bullseye flakes. Maybe you can see that. A bullseye flake. There you go. Bullseye. There you go. Okay? And anyway, but the reason why I am really impressed with this tin is because this is over 5 years old, and the ringlets or the bullseyes are just about as moist as they were the day I opened it. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, so the last few things I'll just talk about because I want to keep this one short. Is I just got through with my little vacation. That's why I got the whiskers and probably need a shower. But it's I was just thinking about it this morning because sometimes when I go on vacation, sometimes I don't know about you, but I sometimes feel that now I need a vacation from my vacation. And for me, vacations are kind of they kind of go into two different forms. They either go into a form where, and a lot of times I used to do this, I would throw myself into entertaining and projects. Oh, I've got a week off. I'm going to throw myself into this project. Oh, I'm going to entertain. I'm going to have some friends over. But I do pay a price. And so this time, I did a little bit of different things, but I didn't immerse myself into one, I'm going to just do this. Because sometimes all I do is I just sit around and just watch YouTube videos. That's all I do. Or movies, old movies, and new movies sometimes. And then I go, boy, what a waste of time. All I did was sit around and do nothing. I'm happy to say that I did my exercises every single day. I was faithful to the walking and the push-ups and the pull-ups and all that good stuff. Even my diet, I didn't go off the diet. I did the only thing I didn't do intentionally was the intermittent fasting. Now, the irony is that the last 2 or 3 days, like today, it's yesterday I didn't eat anything until 6 o'clock last night. All I had was coffee in the morning and just drove around. That's all I did. I mean, I didn't have anything. And then I wasn't even hungry until about 6 o'clock last night. And normally my intermittent fasting will go from about noon to 1, and then I'll eat something. And it's over, what, it's a little bit after 1 now, and still not really hungry. But I didn't go off my diet at all. In fact, I'm getting really close to that magic 6-month mark of ketosis, where supposedly your body really starts that whole bad adaptation thing, and so we're going to see what the last 6 months will bring. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. But I've noticed that my hunger has just not really been all that prevalent, so I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, I was looking at my vacation, and I was able to spend it with some very close friends. One of them you'll meet in the chess game. I just think I'm uploading it now, or I figured out what I was doing wrong. I was uploading to the wrong page or whatever it is in Google Plus, and I have to realize, oh, that's not what I upload to. I upload to this other account. So anyway, if I find out that it's been rejected, I'll know, oh, I did the wrong thing. But it's like a little 2 or 3 minute video. It's called the chess game. So anyway, and then, but I had an occasion to go and visit some friends. Again, I had a wonderful friend who came and visited me. But I also did spend some time watching videos. So I kind of had like a 50-50 mix of, doing some things, taking a little bit of a drive on a couple of days, going places, visiting people. And it was very, very good. So even though, if I look back and say, well, I didn't accomplish anything, the problem is that if I did projects, I could probably say, well, I accomplished this, but now I'm dead tired. So, I mean, I accomplished, I don't know if I accomplished anything, but I think I had a productive vacation. I think it was a time well spent. Could I use another week? Probably. Probably not. I don't know. But again, vacations are a treat. It's a blessing. It's not something that I demand. I don't really take a lot of time off, but I do, when I get a chance to just relax, I do look forward to that. So anyway, that's basically my little review of my vacation, and maybe you got something out of that. And maybe you didn't. No, anyway, so if you've ever tried Escudo, maybe drop a little comment and let me know. I still have some private messages that I'm trying to kind of read through and get back to you. But let me just say, if you have left a little personal message, and thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Most of the time people just say that they like the videos and they get something out of it and share a little bit of their commonality with me, and that's all good and great. So all those of you who do put up with my occitant ramblings, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. All right? Light up your world, light up your pipe. And I was going to say something about 360 or something anyway. Yeah, I couldn't get a chance to say anything about 360, except, hey, hope you enjoyed the 360 video. Take care. Bye-bye.